Yeah, I'm live. What is going on? What's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Guys, I'm just doing a quick Q&A. If you guys have any questions about barber career in general, challenges you guys are having, what you guys are working on, how the week went. I'm just doing a free live stream right now on YouTube. Like I said, wide open Q&A, whatever you guys got going on, we can talk about it. But yeah, let me pull this chat window up. I'm going to be going live for the Figure Barber Mentorship in half an hour at 9. So, you know, why is it so pink? Why is everything so pink? It's so weird. Hold on, let me pull up this chat here real quick. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, man, go ahead, drop them down. Comments and reactions. All right, cool. I gotta figure out why it's so pink. It's so weird. What's going on, guys? Thank you guys for tuning in. This is just wide open Q&A, man. If you guys have any questions or anything you guys been... What's up, Sass? Fades by Sass. How you been, man? What you got going on, bro? Yo, Sass, are you in the mentorship, bro? Am I gonna see you there tonight? Get used to this. I gotta find out why everything is so pink. This is weird. This is weird. Yes, thank you guys. Yeah, see, if you know you guys are tuned in right now, wide open Q&A, man. Drop your comments, drop your questions down below. Yeah, I'm just gonna be live here on YouTube for half an hour until at 9. At 9 I go live with the Figure Barber Mentorship. 2:45. So let me know whatever you guys got. I'm gonna be hanging out for half an hour, just warming up for the mentorship. Background making it look like that. So what's up, fam? I got 80 of you guys watching right now. What can I help you guys with, man? What's going on? What are your difficulties in cutting hair right now? What can I help you understand better as far as the barbershop business? I'm wide open for you guys for 29 more minutes. Y'all let me know, man. I'm wide open book, man. Any way I can help you guys. Are any of you guys looking to build your YouTube channels up? Your Instagrams? What are we working on? Okay, so Hammy, here we go. Oh, Hammy, I'll be seeing you in the comments all the time, bro. Thank you. Okay, let's make this a little bigger, and let's show Hammy some love here. Okay. All right, hold on a second here. Okay, so Hammy says, what are you currently charging for hair? What are you charging for haircuts, and how many do you do a day, bro? I've been at 30 a cut for 3 years now. 50 for a haircut and beard. I haven't raised my prices because most people give me 40 for the haircut. Okay. Well, personally, hold on. Let me lower the music a little bit. So, and you stay booked out a week or two in advance. So those are all good signs. So one of the things that we talk about in the Figure Barber Mentorship is it's super important to track your data. So first and foremost, if any of you guys are not in the free Tomb 45 school group, you can access for free the tracking sheet that we used to use to be able to track our metrics. So you're talking about your booking rate. We need to see what your retention rate is, which is how good are you at keeping your customers, your churn rate, how fast are you losing your customers, and then your booking percentage too. So personally, right, like for me, I charge $40 for a haircut and I charge $50 for a haircut and beard. I may do 65 heads a week, on an average week. Let's say 60 on a bad week, maybe 70 on a great week. And then obviously, customers will tip on top of there. But honestly, like if you are booked a week or two in advance, that's really good, bro. If you can get that booked out to the point where you're a month booked out in advance, the 4 or 5 weeks in advance, then that gives you a stronger case for raising your prices. But I wouldn't do that until you truly track your data. I would say you want to make sure that you are 80 to 90% booked up, and at any given point, not just the holidays, like not just right now. Right now, all of us are booked a month out. I want you to see what you're looking like in the middle of March and in the middle of February. How far out are you booked? If during that time you're still booked out, you have, as in 3, 4, 5 weeks out, you 100% have the right to go ahead and raise your price, and not by no little $5. Like, we truly teach in the mentorship that if you're gonna raise your price, you have to make it something worth it. We've all done, I feel like, little $4 or $5 price raises, and we kind of regretted it down the road, right? So make sure that you have a really strong business. Make sure that you're super booked up. Make sure that you're super booked out. And if you can do both of those things, and also when you raise your price, celebrate it. You don't want to like be like, hey guys, I'm sorry I had to raise my price on you. No, it's you're doing it because your demand is telling you need to. The one thing that concerns me about your situation, Hammy, is if people are only giving you 40 for a cut, you need to find out what your average ticket is. So maybe your service needs to improve a little bit, so that way you can make a little more on a per service basis. But you're looking strong so far, bro. Get more booked out, and I think you'll be good. I think you'll be ready to raise your price, and easily, bro. That $30 haircut should easily be a $45 haircut at the end of all this. If you're nervous to raise your price up to $45 for a haircut, like go up by 10 or 15 bucks, if you're nervous to do that, it's not time, and you need to be more patient and build a stronger business. Serena Crawford. Okay, Serena says here, hello there, I'm a beginner and I have a question for you. When you first started, what was your fear? I think my fear, okay, so I gotta go way back to like, in high school, for example, when I first started. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Hammy, absolutely. So in high school, when I first started, I don't think I had fears. I think I was having fun, because it was a hobby at that point, right? And hobbies are always fun. But then when you turn a hobby into a career, that's when the fears come in. So that's kind of where like some of the fun gets taken away from it, and now you start to stress, and I have to make a living on this. So when I got to the barbershop, I would say my fear, man, you know what? I had a big fear of cutting people with the razor blade, I would say. I remember my barber back in Georgia, my boy Jerry, he used to cut my hair, and he used to refuse to use the straight razor on me. Like, I couldn't get him to line me up with the blade. And it was because when he was in school, he saw somebody almost lose an ear off of that. So I think he kind of instilled that fear a little bit in me. And, you know, maybe that was something that made me very, very nervous. So, you know, I would say that definitely was a fear of mine. At the same time, I would say, I think I just had a fear of getting a reputation of like not being a good barber. Or I think I had a fear of being the guy that you don't want to sit with. That's something that would make me very nervous. But honestly, with both of those fears, the fear of cutting people with the razor blade and the fear of being the barber nobody wants to sit with, what got me through that was literally just reps and putting my head down and pushing through it. And 8 years later, here we are. I'm doing really well as a barber. I'm able to take care of my family and provide. And I stay really busy, you know? So it definitely can be nerve-wracking. But Serena, I would like to ask you, what is your fear right now? We could talk about that and maybe address it more specifically. But yeah, tell me what your fear is. We could talk about it. But yeah, those are great questions so far, guys. For those of you guys who are just tuning in right now, Hammy here, he had asked about, he wants to raise his prices essentially. He's thinking about raising his prices. And, you know, I was suggesting to him, you can raise your price. If you're going to raise your price, you have to do it by a good amount, $10, $15 minimum. And if you're not ready to raise your price by that increment, $10 or $15, you're not ready to raise your price. You need to take your time and build a better business. Get more booked up, get more booked out, and just do better, you know? Get more booked out. And Serena was asking, what my fear was, you know, as a barber. And honestly, I had a fear of having a reputation of the barber you didn't want to sit with, but you pushed through it, you know? So if any of you guys have any other questions, man, we could open up this chat a little more. I'll be on for 20 more minutes. 20 more minutes, I'll be live. And after that, I'm leaving to the Figure Barber Mentorship. We're going to activate that live stream. Now, Sas, what link are you talking about? You said that link? You talking about the mentorship link in the description? Man, I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. It's the night before Thanksgiving. What's your guys' Thanksgiving plans looking like? Y'all about ready to kill that food. I know y'all been working hard this week. I did 19 heads today. Something crazy like that. Nuts. And I'm still working. I clock in with the mentorship at 9. Boy, I grind don't stop, man. Come here. Yo, y'all gonna love this. Hold on. Here's my boy Bruno. This is my little chihuahua. Check him out. He's got his Jordan gear on him. All right, fam. So, talk to us, man. Talk to me and Bruno, and tell us what questions you guys have about this barber career, man. What can we do for you guys? Hi, baby boy. All right, I'm gonna put him down. He's a little nervous. He's camera shy. But yeah, Sass, what link are you talking about, bud? Are you talking about the mentorship link? Or even for Black Friday? What are you guys talking about for Black Friday when it comes to the barbershop? Are y'all looking out for any links? Any clipper deals, anything like that? Yo, what about this? I'm just gonna pull up on YouTube, man. let me see. I'm gonna see if I can react to some videos here, man, some tutorials. Let me see what is going on. Barber tutorial. Let me see what's going on here in the barber world on YouTube. Obviously, I post videos, but I don't really watch many videos these days. Let me see what's popping right now. Hammy says, I used to be such a clipper head, but the prices have gone nuts. The prices have gone nuts for clippers, but at the same time, you're charging 50 bucks for a haircut and beard. You know what I mean? I charge 50 bucks for a haircut and beard. It don't take as much to get a solid pair of clippers. You know what I mean? I do miss I'll tell you what, I miss the days where clippers cost, like a magic clip would cost like 130 bucks. But at the same time, I don't miss cutting with a magic clip at the same time. 90 bucks for some corded masters. Yeah, the price was nice, but I don't miss cutting with corded masters. So I'm happy to pay the current prices that are out. My fear is fading perfectly. Okay, super cool, Serena. Well, have you watched my YouTube videos so far? I'm not sure if you're a new viewer to my channel or if you've seen, or if like you've been tuned in. But how about this, Serena? If you stick around here, I'm gonna pull up one of my more recent YouTube tutorials and let me see if I can walk you through what the process would be like. You know, a foolproof, easy process on how to fade, how to take a skin tight, how to have a plan ready. So here, let me pull up my channel, guys. Give me 1 second here. Oh, that's funny. Here we go. We got my look at my dog. Look at my dog. So this is my channel here, guys. If you're not familiar with it yet, that's so funny. Look at Bruno on the on the thing. Okay, so Serena, how about this? Can you tell me what kind of haircut makes you the most nervous? Because I have all sorts of haircuts here. You know, I've got fades on straight hair, curly hair, tapers on straight hair, curly hair. If you're locked into the chat, go ahead, drop me one of your fears, for example, and I'll see if I could find a video to help you with that. In the meantime, I'll pull up one, like my most recent one here. For example, a lot of people they don't understand how to cut curly hair. A black guy will sit in their chair and they're afraid, like, I don't know how to do this, right? Maybe you're used to cutting straight hair. You know, one of my barbers just moved in from Kansas City, Missouri. He had nothing but old white dudes sitting in his chair all day, every day. Moves to Tampa. Now he has to learn how to fade Spanish hair, Dominican hair, you know, black hair, Asian hair, everything. Okay, so this is a system that I like to use. And let me see. All right, I'll just go full screen with it. So my biggest thing that I like to do, guys, is I like to start here with the clipper all the way closed. Now you'll see their clipper closed is gonna let me put in a bald line. But the thing is that when I used to put the bald line in, with the trimmers, for example, the trimmer would be way too short, like way too tight of a line. Okay, so you could see I'm gonna set that foundation going all the way around with the clipper closed. It's gonna give me that bald like illusion, but trust me, when it comes to the end and you're fading it, that's one thing alone that's gonna make it easier for you to work with, is start your bald line with the clipper. Here's the next thing. I'm gonna back it up a little bit. Here's the next thing. A half guard specifically is gonna make it so much easier to make that next guideline. Check it out here. You know, you'll see I'm raising this fade up a little bit. The key is most barbers are gonna go trimmer first and then clipper open first. And there's nothing wrong with that. But truthfully, if I start with the clipper all the way closed, it's a softer bald line. And then if I go with the half guard closed, it's a softer half line to fade out. Okay, if you're tracking what I'm what I'm saying here. Let me go back to the video. So that's what the half, right? Now, the next step is gonna be, how do I have my primary guideline, my secondary guideline. How do I blend up into the rest? Well, I'm using here the 1.5 guard, and I like to start with the lever open. But really, guys, pay attention to how I do this. I'm gonna start with pressure at the bottom, and I'm gonna float my way up. So like if you're looking straight on, the clipper starts here and it floats straight up and off the head. It is a soft movement that is very easy to blend multiple different lengths together. So I'm gonna switch it back to here, and you can see with that 1.5 open, I'm working my way through those different levels right there. Okay. Starting with pressure at the bottom, but I'm floating my way up and off the head. So I'm gonna do everything that I can with it open first, and then I'll follow back up. Now we're just fading down. Now we're just gonna be fading down. As you'll see here, I'll do the same thing, you know, with that 1.5 lever close now, going just a little bit lower, and then just keep fading down. Like the next step, I'm back down to that half guard, you know, got the little half guard open, half guard closed, and I'm gonna keep working my way down, 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 and it's gonna be easier and easier and easier to fade down until you get to this very last step where you just gotta blast away that very bottom line. So obviously you guys can definitely go to my channel and like watch in detail this full tutorial with the full tutorial with like the detailed explanation. But it came together real easy. Came together super, super easy. So all that to say, I hope that helps you a little bit. Let me see if I've missed anything in the chat. Yeah, my fear is fading perfectly. So I would recommend, check out the channel. Whatever your fear, I didn't get anything specific from you in the chat here. So whatever your fear is, find a video on my channel that matches the type of haircut that you're nervous doing. So hopefully that helps a little bit. I'm on for 9.5 more minutes. So if you guys are, if y'all have questions, man, like I said, I'm wide open for you guys. I am wide open. Let's see here. I'm scrolling through here, guys. Let me see if I can find me a nice little tutorial. I want to find someone new, someone who's let me see. So barber tutorial, but I want to see someone who's currently making content. Today, who's uploaded today? I'm just gonna look up barber tutorial. I want to see who the up and coming guys are from very recently. Let's say this week. If you've uploaded a video this week, there's mine, my first one. 2,900 views, 2 days, not too bad. Oh yeah, man. All right, 1.5. 1.5 open. 3, okay. See, that's already gonna be too harsh of a line for me, man. Like, and I like to leave my bulk at the very end. But all right, he's gonna fade that line out. I'm a fan of doing that sometimes when needed. Okay. So he went with the half. Nah, this ain't it. Nah, that ain't it. Trying to find something more recent, man. This month? Anybody putting fire videos out this month? This dude, I love Hakeem's content, bro. His quality is crazy. Yeah, that looks like some DFS formula sectioning. A little bit. You know, separating the top from the, you know, I feel like could have separated that little crown area a little bit better. Okay, look, here we go. We got somebody else who uses the clipper closed for their very first guideline. I think that's huge. Make a thick 1.5 line. This becomes your fade base. Okay, I can see that. Instead of putting a hard line right there, I usually put a soft line. I just float my way up into it. Okay, so he's starting with a hard line and then he's flicking it out. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I feel like I tend to do that just kind of in one smooth motion, but same concept, right? Okay, so the line, and I'm a fan of you know, sometimes you do have to want to put the C cup in there before. Make sure I'm playing in the highest quality I can. Yeah. Listen, guys, if y'all have any questions, man, you know, drop them, because I'm only on for 5 more minutes before I go to the mentorship. Okay, so then he kind of fades down a little bit. Let's see. Oh, okay, see, I'm not gonna put that harsh guideline in there. I feel like I'd rather just kind of fade down at this point. Don't get me wrong, the cut comes out super clean. I already know. I literally already know that Hakeem is gonna kill it every single haircut. I'm a fan of this diffuser too. Yeah, it's fire. All right. Yeah, guys, look. I don't know what Scarlett Hernandez is typing. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and log off then. If y'all don't have any more questions, I'm gonna get on the mentorship. See you guys.